Sometimes, the biggest problems in our lives aren't the things that are there. Sometimes, the biggest problem is the space where something should be. Welcome back to Literal Tales. Today's story is about a simple piece of furniture that changed a man's life. It's called the empty chair. Once, there was a man named Mark. Mark was a very busy guy. He had a high-pressure job in the city, a smartphone that buzzed every 30 seconds, and a mind that never stopped racing. Mark lived alone in a nice apartment. In his small dining area, he had a round table with 4 wooden chairs. Mark rarely sat down to eat. He usually ate standing up over the sink, or while typing on his laptop on the couch. Because he was so busy, the dining table became a storage space. The first chair held his heavy work backpack and his coat. The second chair was stacked high, with unopened mail and bills. The third chair held a pile of clean laundry that he hadn't folded yet. But the fourth chair was always empty. It sat near the window, collecting dust. Mark didn't notice the empty chair. He was too busy looking at his phone, too busy thinking about tomorrow's meetings. His life felt full. It was full of noise, full of tasks, and full of stress. One evening, a big thunderstorm rolled into the city. The wind howled, and suddenly, the lights flickered and went out. The whole building went dark. Mark's Wi-Fi died. His TV turned off. His phone had only 10% battery left, so he had to put it down. For the first time in months, Mark's apartment was completely silent. The only sound was the rain against the window. Mark lit a candle and sat at the dining table. The flickering candlelight cast long shadows. He looked around. He saw the chair with the work bag. That was his stress. He saw the chair with the bills. That was his debt. He saw the chair with the laundry. That was his endless chores. Then, he looked at the fourth chair. The empty one. In the silence, that empty chair suddenly looked very sad. It looked lonely. For the first time, Mark realized his life was exactly like that. He had filled his life with work, responsibilities, and stuff. But he had left absolutely no space for anything else. He felt a deep ache in his chest. He was surrounded by his possessions, but he felt completely alone. There was a soft knock at the door. It was Mrs. Petrova, his elderly neighbor from down the hall. She held a small flashlight. "Is everything okay, dear?" she asked. "I saw your candlelight." Mark let her in. "I'm fine, Mrs. Petrova. Just realizing how quiet it is." She walked into the dining area. She looked at the messy chairs, and then at the empty one by the window. She smiled gently. "That is a lovely chair, Mark. Who are you saving it for?" Mark shrugged. "Nobody. It's just extra space. I don't have time for guests." Mrs. Petrova shook her head slowly. "Oh, darling, it's not just space. It is room. You need room in your life." She pointed to the cluttered chairs. "You have filled your life so full of have-to-dos that there is no room left for want-to-dos. There is no room for friendship, no room for peace, no room for you to just sit and breathe." She looked him in the eyes. "If you do not leave an empty chair for happiness to sit in, happiness will walk right past your door." The power came back on an hour later. The lights blared, and his phone started buzzing again. But Mark didn't check his phone. He stood up and walked to the table. He took his heavy work bag off the first chair and put it in the closet. He took the stack of mail off the second chair and sorted it. He folded the laundry on the third chair and put it away. Now, There were 4 empty chairs around a clear table. Mark went to the kitchen and made 2 cups of tea. He brought them back to the table. He sat in one chair, and he put the second cup of tea in front of the empty chair by the window. He didn't have a guest yet, but he was ready for one. He sat there for 20 minutes, just drinking his tea in silence, looking out the window. He wasn't working, he wasn't scrolling, he was just being present. He was making room. Mark didn't fix his whole life in one night. He was still busy, but he made a new rule. The 4th chair by the window had to stay empty. No coats, no mail, no junk. It became a reminder. It was his space for possibility. Sometimes, he sat there himself to read a book for fun. Sometimes, he called his brother and sat there while they talked on the phone. And the next weekend, he invited Mrs. Petrova over for coffee, and she sat in the chair by the window. The chair wasn't empty anymore. It was filled with connection. Many of us are like Mark. We think being busy means being successful. We pack every minute of our day with activity because we are afraid of silence. We are afraid of the empty space. But if your life is crowded with noise, you will never hear the things that truly matter. Look at your life today. Is every chair full of worry, work, and distraction? It's time to clear off a chair. Create a little bit of empty space in your schedule, in your mind, and in your home. Don't be afraid of the empty chair. It's an invitation. It's room for peace, for a friend, or just for your own quiet thoughts to finally sit down. Some people believe opportunities disappear. Some believe money disappears. But the most dangerous thing to disappear is time with the people we love. Don't keep an empty chair for tomorrow. Fill it today with presence and love. Thanks for listening to Literal Tales. Make some room today.